Welcome to Jewish Wisdom on JTV, the global Jewish channel. Well, today we're not just joined by any old rabbi, we're joined by the Chief Rabbi himself, Rabbi Ephraim Mervis. Rabbi, thank you so much for joining us. It's a real honor to have you.
Hello, Ollie. Lovely to be on the show.
I want to talk about a sort of hot topic, a very current issue. Well, I mean, I say it's current, but it's been bothering us for the last 3,000 years, which is the issue of anti-Semitism. It seems to be on the rise again in Europe. We have this new sort of mutation, which is sort of radical Islamic anti-Semitism. We also have the rise of far right or far left parties in Europe. There's issues of a sort of a so-called exodus of Jewish people in parts of Europe who are leaving because they feel so unsafe. What do you make of anti-Semitism? Do you think that there is a possible remedy to this? Is there a possible solution to this? Everyone thought after the Holocaust, that's it. We're living in a sort of a world where human rights is valued at its highest, and there's no way that anything like this could come to the fore again. And yet we see anti-Semitism and other hatreds, prejudices come to the fore again. What is going on here? Is there it seems to me there's something there's something deeper within the subconscious of humanity, that anti-Semitism has to constantly be on the rise. And that says to me, therefore, well, if that's the case, it's something that can never be truly dealt with.
Anti-Semitism is a genuine problem today. We need to be vigilant. Unfortunately, statistics show that there has been an increase in anti-Semitic activity. We're certainly aware of some terrible incidents that have happened primarily on the continent. And as a result, we should not in any way minimize the threat that does exist. Together with that, we living in Britain are blessed as a Jewish community. We're part of a wonderful society. We're part of a society that totally negates any form of racism, a society that fully appreciates that any threat to Jews is a threat to all of our society. And that is why the fight against anti-Semitism in the UK is led by the government and various authorities right around the country. And within Parliament, for example, you've got the all-party parliamentary group against anti-Semitism. All the parties are united in support of defending Jews and Judaism.
But it seems almost futile, because anti-Semitism is it's so irrational. So no matter how much we can try and set up a commission and an all-party chair group to deal with it, if it's an irrational, deep sort of at a subconscious level of humanity that constantly comes to the fore, is there anything we can really do to deal with this issue when it doesn't listen to logic?
Since the first Hebrews existed from the time of Abram and Sarah, there was a form of hatred which is in a special category. To the extent that Chazal in the Talmud tell us, Halachahi Esav soine leYaakov. It's a fact of life. The Esau's of this world hate the Jacobs of this world. And unfortunately, throughout thousands of years, we haven't been successful in curing anti-Semitism. We do have the capacity, however, to limit it, to curb the extent of it. And I am encouraged today to see the extent to which the vast majority of people living in the UK certainly denounce anti-Semitism, without any doubt.
For sure.
And you've seen from the time of Chol HaMoed Pesach onwards how there have been various developments within the Labour Party, and I'm so encouraged to have seen how right around the country and within the Labour Party itself, people have responded so wholeheartedly to say anti-Semitism is something we don't want to have in this country. So together with the threat of it, together with the genuine concern that we have, which I don't wish to minimize, we need to be thankful for the warmth that does exist.
Yes.
And through the blessing that we do have as a community here in the UK.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've also experienced this warmth before that we get. So finally, to leave you with this question, is there an ultimate remedy? Is there an ultimate solution? If it ultimately is a deep subconscious issue that humanity always grapples with, what is the deep sort of Jewish response to anti-Semitism? What is our deep underlying remedy for this issue?
We are members of an optimistic faith. And that is why we have a concept of Mashiach, concept of redemption, a messianic era. That is why we believe that the world is one in which everything that's wrong will be corrected. And we are called upon to be part of that process. And with regard to all the ills that exist in the world, there is so much that we can do. And of course, we pray to God that He should help alongside our efforts. So, through education, through enabling people to understand that those who are not like them are not demons, that they're human beings just like them, through people understanding history, through having a grasp of background and of context, through human friendships, through the warmth of relationships that we can create between ourselves and others, there's a huge amount that we can do.
It's all about education. Rabbi Mervis, thank you so much. It's been a privilege. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.